Hi everyone, coming in with another meal prep video today. Pork shoulder butt was the best deal this weekend, so carnitas are going to be the protein of the week for us. Here I have about 4.5 pounds of pork butt, also called shoulder or Boston butt. I bought it as an 8-pound bone-in roast, took out the bone to freeze for making broth some other day, and used half the meat to make some awesome crispy pork bites yesterday. And this is what's left. My 6-quart pot is preheated, so I'll add a generous amount of oil to brown up all of this meat. Take your time with this step. You could just do a dump and go, but you'll miss out on the depth of flavor that you get from browning the meat all over. This is my third most viewed recipe, and it's had so many positive comments over the years. And since Cinco de Mayo is coming up, I thought it would be fun to do an update with a voiceover. We make this at least once a month whenever pork gets down closer to $1 a pound, and this meat will stretch all week. Sometimes I'll buy an extra one and stash in the freezer. You can also buy a boneless roast or ask your butcher to debone it for you. Boneless country-style ribs would also work great in this recipe. Just avoid using a loin or a lighter cut of pork because they just don't have enough fat and they'll come out way too dry. After browning, it's time to clean up the bottom of the pot. I'm using a bit of tequila here, but you can use broth or water if you don't want the alcohol. Most of the alcohol will burn off right here, but the flavor stays. It's very important to fully deglaze the bottom here so we don't have any burn issues later. And now everything else goes into the pool. All of it, everything. The citrus combines with the broth and spices to make an amazing mojo type cooking liquid. I've got fresh garlic and jalapenos today, but you can sub them out for garlic powder and dried chilies if you don't have fresh. Quick little stir to combine everything, and then the meats go back in with any juices that collected in the tray. And then I'll give it another stir to arrange everything evenly in the pot. So this needs to cook for just 30 minutes on high, followed by a full natural pressure release. And, oh yeah, that smells awesome. And just look at how tender it is. And moist too, yum. So now I'm scooping it all out onto a sheet pan. By the way, this broth is super delish and highly seasoned. If you're feeling ambitious, you could strain this and skim off the fat and then use the broth to cook some rice or beans. But that's another video. Shred the meat and you can serve it just as it is, but I like to take this one extra step of broiling so we can have those crispy charred edges. Or you could let it cool before storing in the fridge and then use a hot pan on the stovetop to reheat and crisp up leftover portions during the week. Steve just got home and said it smelled great in here. We just love this dish so much. Steve approves, so you know it's good. Serve it up however you like. Tacos, burritos, and tostadas are the norm around here, but carnitas go great in rice and bean bowls, on salads, rolls, and they make a fantastic filling for toasted paninis. Bonus points for homemade pico de gallo and guacamole too. As always, ingredients and instructions are in the description box. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe, and leave a comment if that's something you're into. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye! Carnitas, carnitas, da 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 da.